Here is a number I want you to remember for the next 15 minutes. $1,200. That is the difference between what most retirees pay for a Caribbean cruise and what a small group of informed travelers actually pays for the exact same trip. Same ship, same cabin category, same itinerary, same dates. $1,200 less. Not because they got lucky, not because they found some secret website, because they knew 5 specific things before making the online reservation or calling their travel agent. Today, I am going to walk you through every single one of them, step by step, so that by the time this video ends, you can do exactly the same thing on your next cruise. Welcome back to Helm and Retire, the cruise and travel channel built specifically for retirees who refuse to leave money on the table. If you are new here, last week we ranked all 8 major cruise lines from worst to best, specifically for retirees. If you have not seen that video yet, I will link it at the end of this one. Today is different. Today is not about which cruise line to choose. Today is about how to pay significantly less for whichever one you already decided on. Now, before we get into the 5 steps, I want to set something straight. This is not about sacrificing comfort or settling for less. It's not about booking a smaller stateroom, skipping shore excursions, or choosing the buffet over the main dining room. Every dollar of that $1,200 comes from decisions made before you ever step on board, at the booking stage, where most retirees are completely in the dark. Let us change that right now. Here are the 5 steps. In the exact order you should use them. Step 1. Book at the right time. And I do not mean early, in the vague way travel agents tell you. I mean a very specific window that most retirees miss entirely. Here is how cruise line pricing actually works. When a cruise ship opens its bookings, usually 12 to 18 months before departure, prices start at what is called the early booking rate. This sounds like a deal. Sometimes it is, but not always. The sweet spot for Caribbean cruises, based on consistent data across Holland America, Princess, and Celebrity, is 60 to 90 days before departure. Here is why. At that point, the cruise line knows exactly how many cabins are still unsold, and they want those cabins filled, so they quietly lower prices, add onboard credits, and offer promotions that were never advertised when the cruise first went on sale. The travelers who booked 12 months in advance, they paid the full early booking rate. The travelers who checked prices again at 60 days. They sometimes find the same cabin $200 to $400 cheaper per person with added extras. Now, this does not mean wait until the last minute for every cruise. Alaska sailings, Mediterranean itineraries, and any cruise over 14 days tend to sell out genuinely. For those, early booking still makes sense. But for 7-day Caribbean cruises, which is the most common retirement cruise in the United States, the 60 to 90-day window consistently delivers better value. The action here: set a calendar reminder for 90 days before your target sail date. Go back and check prices. Compare what is available now versus what you originally saw. You may be surprised. Step 1 done. That window alone can save you $200 to $400 per person. Step 2 is where things get more interesting. Step 2. Use a cruise-specialized travel agent, not the cruise line directly, and not a general travel agency. I know what some of you are thinking. I can book online myself. Why do I need an agent? And you are right that you can book online. But here is what most people do not know about how cruise pricing actually works behind the scenes. Cruise lines publish what is called a rack rate, the standard public price you see on their website. But they also sell cabins in bulk to specialized travel agencies, who then sell those cabins to individual travelers. Those agencies buy in volume, and because they buy in volume, they receive onboard credits, cabin upgrades, and price reductions that are not available to the general public. When you book through a cruise-specialized agency, those benefits get passed directly to you. We are talking about onboard credits of $100 to $300 per cabin, free money to spend on excursions, dining, or the spa that simply do not exist when you book directly through the cruise line's website. Now, not all travel agents are equal. The key word here is cruise specialized. A general travel agent who books hotels, flights, and the occasional cruise does not have the same buying power as an agency that exclusively sells cruises. Two agencies worth knowing, Vacations to Go and Cruise Compete. Both specialize in cruises and are well known in the retirement travel community. Cruise Compete allows multiple agencies to bid on your booking, which means they compete for your business, and you get the best offer available. One important note: the price you pay through a cruise-specialized agency is almost never higher than booking directly. In most cases, it is lower, or the same price with added benefits. There is almost zero risk to using one. Step 2. Between the onboard credits and the potential price difference, this step alone can save you $100 to $300 per cabin. But Step 3 is one that almost nobody knows about, and it is completely free to use. Step 3. Ask specifically about residency rates and senior discounts before you confirm any booking. Here is something the cruise lines do not advertise loudly. Most major cruise lines, including Holland America, Princess, Celebrity, and Royal Caribbean, offer what are called residency rates. These are discounted fares available to residents of specific states in the United States. Florida, Texas, California, and several other high-population states commonly qualify. The discount ranges from 5 to 15% off the base fare. You will not find these rates on the main booking page. You have to specifically ask your travel agent, "Are there residency rates available for my state on this sailing?" Or, if booking directly, look for a drop-down menu on the pricing page that says Resident Rates or State Offers. Not every cruise has them, but when they exist, they are real money. Additionally, and this one surprises people, several cruise lines offer discounts specifically for past guests, AARP members, military veterans, and in some cases, AAA members. Holland America, for example, has a program called the Mariner Society. Past guests accumulate points that translate into onboard credits and cabin discounts on future sailings. Princess has the Captain's Circle, Celebrity has the Captain's Club, Royal Caribbean has Crown and Anchor. If you have sailed with any of these lines before, even once, you are already enrolled in their loyalty program. Call and ask what your current tier entitles you to on your next booking. Many retirees have loyalty points sitting unused for years. Step 3. Between residency rates and loyalty discounts, you are looking at a potential saving of $100 to $200 per cabin. Now, Step 4 is where we talk about onboard credit, and specifically, how to stack it. Step 4. Make every dollar of onboard credit count. If you are not familiar with onboard credit, often abbreviated as OBC, here is a quick explanation. Onboard credit is essentially free money that gets added to your cabin account. You spend it on board, excursions, specialty dining, the spa, beverages, or the ship's gift shop. It does not reduce your booking price, but it reduces what you spend once you are on the ship, which is where most of the unexpected costs actually happen. Here is where it gets interesting. Onboard credit can come from multiple sources simultaneously, and they stack on top of each other. Source 1, your cruise specialized travel agency. As we covered in Step 2, they often include $100 to $300 of OBC as part of their booking package. Source 2, credit card benefits. The Chase Sapphire Reserve, the American Express Platinum, and several other travel credit cards offer onboard credit benefits when you book a cruise through their travel portal. This can add another $100 to $200. Source 3, cruise line promotions. Most major lines run seasonal promotions, especially in January and September, where they add OBC to specific sailings. If your 60 to 90-day window from Step 1 coincides with one of these promotions, you can capture all three sources at once. One important note about onboard credit: it is usually use it or lose it. Any unused OBC, onboard credit, at the end of the cruise does not get refunded. Plan how you will spend it before you board. Excursions booked through the ship are the easiest way to use large amounts of OBC. Book them in advance through the cruise line's app before you sail. Step 4. Combined OBC from all sources, $200 to $500 in cruise expenses covered. And now, Step 5. This is the one most retirees get completely wrong, and it is the single most expensive mistake in the entire booking process. Step 5. Buy your travel insurance independently, never through the cruise line. I want to be direct about this because it matters a great deal for retirees specifically. When you book a cruise, the cruise line will offer you their own travel protection plan. It sounds convenient. It is right there on the booking page. One click and you are covered. Do not click that button. Here is why. Cruise line travel protection plans are almost always the most expensive option and the least comprehensive. They are designed to protect the cruise line's interests, not yours. Specifically, two areas where they consistently fall short for retirees. First, medical coverage. As we covered in our last video, Medicare covers almost nothing outside the United States. Once that ship leaves port, you need real medical coverage. Cruise line plans typically offer $50,000 in emergency medical coverage. That sounds like a lot. But a medical evacuation by air from the Caribbean to the United States can cost $80,000 to $150,000 on its own. Independent travel insurance policies, by contrast, routinely include $250,000 in medical evacuation coverage at a lower premium than the cruise line's plan. Second, cancellation terms. Cruise line protection plans often reimburse you in future cruise credits rather than actual cash when you cancel. That means if you need to cancel for a medical reason, you do not get your money back. You get a voucher to book another cruise. For a retiree who had to cancel because of a health issue, that voucher may never get used. Independent policies, especially those with a cancel for any reason rider, reimburse 75% of your trip cost in actual cash. No vouchers, no restrictions. Where to shop for independent travel insurance? Insure My Trip and Squaremouth both allow you to compare multiple policies side by side in minutes, filter for at least $100,000 in medical coverage, and $250,000 in evacuation. Compare the premiums. On a $2,000 cruise, an independent policy with full coverage typically costs between $150 and $220. The cruise line's plan for the same trip, often $280 to $350. Step 5 saves you $60 to $130 directly, and potentially tens of thousands if you ever actually need to use it. All right, let us add it all up. Step 1. Book in the 60 to 90-day window. Savings, $200 to $400 per person. Step 2. Use a cruise specialized travel agency. Savings, $100 to $300 in onboard credit or price reduction. Step 3. Ask about residency rates and loyalty discounts. Savings, $100 to $200 per cabin. Step 4. Stack your onboard credit from multiple sources. Savings, $200 to $500 in onboard expenses covered. Step 5. Buy travel insurance independently. Savings, $60 to $130 on premium, and full cash reimbursement if you need to cancel. Total between $660 and $1,530 saved on a single 7-day Caribbean cruise. For two travelers, some of these savings double. Now, not every step will apply to every cruise or every situation. Some sailings will not have residency rates. Some travel cards will not qualify for OBC. The timing window will not always produce a lower price. But even if only 3 of the 5 steps work on your next booking, you're still looking at $400 to $800 saved with minimal effort. That is money that stays in your retirement account or goes toward the next cruise. Before I let you go, one question for the comments. Have you ever gone back and renegotiated a cruise price after booking, or found a better deal at the 60-day mark? Drop your experience below. Your real-world examples help everyone in this community make smarter decisions, and your question might become our next video. And if you are not subscribed yet, we publish new guides every week specifically for people like you. Hit subscribe so you never miss one. Thank you so much for watching Helm and Retire. Travel well. You have earned it.